Welcome back to another episode of the RDY Set Podcast. My name is Ricky.
My name's Angus.
I'm Darius.
We have Fion back. And Darius back. Let's go.
Thanks for joining.
We're so unprepared.
Thanks for having us.
So today we're talking about date spots.
The hottest date spots, not just any regular date spots.
Right, the best.
The best of the best.
The best of Vancouver.
So where in Vancouver, if I had a girl, well, I do have a girl, but if I was single,
Yes.
where do you take this girl
Yeah.
to?
I mean, it doesn't even have to be single.
Yeah, it's still in a relationship.
That in a relationship, yes.
Going out on a date somewhere, right?
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't really know all the date spots.
Burnaby Mountain.
Okay, what happens at Burnaby Mountain?
Why not at Burnaby Mountain?
Yes.
I've never been there, but personally, from what I hear from TikTok, is that it's like a red flag area.
Oh.
It's a red flag area.
Oops.
Really?
Where it's like, apparently some guys have a pattern or a routine where they'll take the girl for food, and then afterwards they'll go to Burnaby Mountain to like make out and stuff.
What if a girl takes you to Burnaby Mountain?
So
Is that a green flag?
funny thing with that, I have had a ex-girlfriend. She was upset that I was not physical enough.
So she took you to Burnaby Mountain.
So there was one night where
That's assertive. Huh?
she was like, "Hey, let's go to Burnaby Mountain," and me not knowing the lore, foolishly followed the directions, and then we ended up at Burnaby Mountain at like 10 o'clock. It was like dark up there.
Yeah.
And I see there's like 30, 40 cars. And I'm like, oh shit, what's
Really?
going on here? Is there a car meet or what?
And then so naive.
No, yeah. There was just foggy windows and certain cars rocking back and forth. But yeah, I was like, oh my goodness, that's what happens there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay.
So then did like anything happen? You know, did little Ricky...
No, just a little bit of lips to lips.
Oh, okay.
But
And that's
yeah,
when you learned
That's when I
about
learned.
Burnaby Mountain.
Legend of Burnaby Mountain.
yeah, the lore.
I never even knew about the Burnaby Mountain until you guys just mentioned it just now.
I didn't know, but I've been up there. No,
Not during 10 p.m.
not- I went sledding. Just
Sledding.
I went.
Is that
Yeah.
the new term they call it? You guys want to go sledding?
No, I went sledding up there, but I didn't know about the whole making out thing, so didn't do that.
Okay, so that's a hot spot.
That's a hot spot. I
Alright.
think another hot spot is, what's that area? Terra Nova. Like, what's that park?
Oh, the playground. Yeah.
Yeah, around that area at night, there's like parking, and then you can see the planes fly off
Oh, in Richmond?
in Richmond.
Yeah.
Oh,
I've been
okay.
there once with a friend, and even I thought to myself, like, oh yeah, this would be a good date spot.
Yeah. To leave the car with foggy windows kind of thing.
I mean, I didn't think of it like that. I just thought like to walk around.
Yeah, walk around.
Sunset and
Yes, yes, yes.
everything.
Yeah, that's a really nice spot to walk around. A lot of mosquitoes. But
Oh, really? Oh, goddamn. Okay, it's definitely not for me.
in this weather, it's fine. It's
Okay,
cold.
yeah.
But during summer, there's a lot of mosquitoes there.
So that would be the go-to like after dinner kind of
Like,
thing.
go to that. I think that's the Richmond version of the Burnaby Mountain late night spot.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
But then, is that usually on the first date? That's not where you want to take, though, right? Let's say this is your first date.
That
Where do
depends on
you
how
take-
fast you guys move.
Oh, that's true.
Huh?
That's true. Okay, what if it's the first date then? Okay, that's too fast.
Okay, too fast. All right, we're going the wholesome route. Huh?
Wholesome road.
Let's see.
Hot first date.
Hot
I
first date.
am strongly against movies for the first.
Oh, I used to take people to the movie, and then I realized you don't even
2
talk.
hours of not.
Yeah,
each
talking.
other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then you do the hand thing, you know? Like-
arm thing.
Yeah, the arm thing or that
Try to
hand thing.
cross shoulders.
Yeah, exactly. Or you watch like a horror film and they get a little squirmy and you kind of like grab their hand. That's something. But then if it doesn't work out that way, then it's just awkward. 2 hours.
Yeah, I feel like that would be good when you're in the relationship
Yes.
already.
So it's better to go to something that where you can talk a lot more, right? Interact. I say go to. Okay, so I went to Castle Fun Park in Surrey. That was pretty fun.
I've never been.
Same.
Same.
Yeah, it's basically just a place with arcade.
Yeah.
There's a little mini skate rink. You got bowling alley, and it's just like adult. It's just VR too. So it's like a little fun little place where
That's really advanced.
if you're into, okay, you don't have to be into arcade games to be honest. It's just something to just play, have fun. You have a lot of different options, so I think it's pretty good. But best to eat before you go because all they serve is like hot dogs and pizza. So it is overpriced,
Kids
right?
food.
It's kids food. So I think that's a good first date.
Nice. That's a great spot.
I honestly like bowling as a first date because it's very
Bowling.
Really?
I think that's
Why?
bad.
I
I think that's a bad date.
Why?
Because if you're just going with one person's going up to throw a ball, and then you're swapping afterwards. So how much chatting are you actually doing?
But then you do banters. You make it super
They
competitive.
have like bets with each other.
Yeah, you make bets. That's how it makes it fun. You're like,
competitive side. I don't know.
wait, are you really competitive?
No.
Babe, are you competitive?
I mean, it could be a good litmus test to see how each other are competitively.
Yeah.
You know, if the partner is getting like really hot-headed about the game, then you might think, yeah, this person's not for me.
Right, if they're getting pissed that they're losing.
Yeah.
And you know,
Get pissed though.
This is
I
bowling.
just don't like losing.
Take it that seriously.
but if it's like, would you just get quiet when you're pissed?
Want to get pissed?
Yeah. Okay. Let's say Ricky's like just wrecking you,
Yeah,
just
and I'm
owning
bowling,
you.
I'm bowling like 120 and you're getting like 16.
Yeah.
Other
I,
balls.
I think it's one of those things where it's like, oh, I'm upset, but I'm not really upset, sort of thing, you know?
Okay. So if it's a first date and Ricky takes you to bowling, and he's just wrecking you in bowling, would you be like, wow, this sucks as a first date?
But was it Ricky's idea to go bowling in the first place?
That's the reason he's good at it.
He wanted to show off.
No, for me that'd be like playing darts. Just because I like darts.
Okay.
Terrible
I
at
think
darts.
I was a little bit.
Ours is good.
No.
Because you're but then that's darts or pool. You know, you could kind of teach them how to hold a stick, or how to
Oh.
manipulate their hand. And I'm like, here, let me teach you. You know, I'm like grabbing your hand, a little bit of
From the back.
a little bit of skinship
Oh, okay, I guess
and not
so.
waste.
So the best thing to do is find an activity that gives you the opportunity for skinship. Is that what you're saying?
An excuse to just like get
Touch.
close to them.
Yeah.
Is that creepy? Is that a red flag?
I
Beyond.
think it depends on like how, like what the vibe is. Because if it's like, it's not, if it's not going like that well and it's kind of awkward, then don't.
Especially
Don't
when
touch
the guy, for example, brought up the activity. He's like, yo, let's go playing billiards, right?
Yeah.
But the girl doesn't really want to, but the guy really wants to play billiards.
Oh, I
Just
see.
2-1, show her how to play,
Right.
flex how good he is.
Show off.
I'm curious though. If you guys go out, would you let the girl like win? Or
Hell no. Are you
No.
kidding
you
me?
won't go easy on her?
Yeah, I'll go somewhat easier, but I'm still gonna win. But
Like win by a little bit,
yeah, unless she start winning, and then I'll be like, oh, that's it.
and it's on.
It's
So
on.
Angus is competitive.
No, okay, but it's fun though because when you see, for me anyways, if I see a girl who's just so good at something, I'm like, damn, it's kind of hot. Like they could whip my ass. It's kind of nice. You know? To translate into other stuff.
You expect the girl to like look at your skills and be like, damn, that's kind of hot. She's so good at billiards.
Or she might think I'm trash,
Oh.
and then I'll be like, you gotta teach me more. This sounds like a second date.
And then you whoop her on the second date.
I'll whoop her on the second. I'll tell her. Like I was lying.
Like you make a bet with her, just pretend like you're bad at it and be like, oh, if I beat you, you know, we gotta go on a third date.
See, that's why I always do some kind of
Trick.
a sport. No,
That's why I feel.
So you like trick them on the dates.
this guy's making me sound like a red flag.
That's
I do some kind of activity where you can make bets, so make it a bit more fun.
Wait,
a little
they're
bit more
always
competition.
betting. That's gambling mentality, isn't it?
No, but you're like, hey, you can do a little bubble tea. You can treat me bubble tea, or like treat me like dessert after, or something, or I'll treat you dessert after. So
Not
the
every
date,
time though.
yeah, not every second. Well, in the beginning, yes, because you want to create that like friendly, like I look forward to the next thing, right? But if you do that every single time, then you have a gambling problem.
That's kind of like that thing where guys will pay for the bill, and then the guy will say like, "Oh, you can just treat me to bubble tea next
Yeah.
time."
Yes.
He's trying to ensure that there's gonna be a next time.
I think that's cheap insurance to kind of like
cheap insurance.
You know, like you're kind of gambling on the fact that there will be a second date using the cost of a dinner or something like that, right?
Yeah. But is it a red flag if, let's say, this person chose the most expensive place?
Oh God.
So I have a friend, he's dating, and his method is giving them 3 options. A really cheap option,
Nice.
not like McDonald's, that's way too cheap, but like, you know, like, I don't know, Bubble World or something like, yeah, like so around there. And then, like, let's say, midpoint, right?
Yeah.
And then the last point would be like a bit more on the expensive side. And for him, if depending on what they choose, he'll know what type of girl they are.
Right.
So if in my head, I was like, that's kind of silly. Of course, they're going to pick the most expensive one because who wouldn't want to pick the most expensive one if you're paying for it? But for him, he's like, well, then I know what type of girl she is.
Yes.
But isn't that pretty unfair for the girl getting judged based on these 3 options?
I think it's pretty unfair. Like you're limiting her options by giving her choices.
Yeah.
And naturally, you're going to choose the more expensive option if you like it a lot more.
Yeah,
But that doesn't mean you feel like you know her character based off that option.
exactly.
As a first date kind of thing.
That's a first date.
No way. That's a very easy way to eliminate somebody. I would do that.
So I agree with Darius, but I also agree with you because I always feel like it's such a quick thing to judge. But at the same time, I'm like, yo, if you pick the most expensive thing,
This is like, oh yeah, this
Yeah,
is
yeah.
materialistic.
Yo, that's
Yeah.
like Ricky. I give you a choice. You want to go to either McDonald's or Annalena, my treat.
Oh,
oh my god, shoot.
Yeah. And then I write down in my notebook. I'm like, oh, I know what kind of person you are.
and
now.
on the spreadsheet.
Annalena, this guy.
But isn't that just assuming that like the guy's gonna pay for it? Like you're putting the option out there, but are you being like
No,
it's on
the
me?
guy is gonna pay for it. It's like kind of assumed, right? The guy will pay for the first date. Most guys, anyways.
There's like this thing where if the guy brings up like going out for food and brings up the place,
Yeah.
then already the girl thinks that the guy will pay.
Yes.
But the girl will still try to pay during the day. You know, I'll grab my wallet.
As long as they do that reaching game.
the reaching.
The reaching game, you gotta do that. You gotta, but no, I got it. Give the guy, you know.
I'd rather they not do that game if they know for sure, like, because that's just a test they're doing.
Really, I actually prefer the girl to do the reaching.
Really? You'd rather her just sit there?
I'd rather her be straight up about her intention. That's
Really? What if she does this? Okay, imagine after dinner, right? We finish dinner, good vibes, and as soon as the bill comes, she's like,
just chilling on her phone.
yeah, just
Yeah.
that.
No, I don't like that.
Yeah, that's a freaking red flag, man. Don't because they don't know what to do. They're not gonna sit there and look at you. They need something to break the awkwardness, right? So they usually go on their phone.
Oh, I had an ex who when after the meal he would go to the washroom. And that was like when the bill would come. So he
No
would
way.
see whether or not the girl would reach for it or not.
Yo, I had
As a
a
test.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I had an uncle that does that all the time. Yeah, it was until I think my grandma and everyone else was so sick of it. So when towards the end, when the bill comes, he starts to like go to the washroom, and then my aunt's like, "Seems weird. You're always going to the washroom every time."
Called him out.
And he's like, "Oh, I need to go." And he's like, "Okay, don't worry. We'll wait for you after." Oh man, it's bad. So don't do that.
That's what I would say to like before to like go and pay the bill. I'll be like, oh, I'm
Yeah.
going to the washroom, but I actually go to pay the bill.
Yes.
Yes, that's the
The
way.
old washroom trick.
But not the other way around, where you actually go to the washroom and don't pay.
Yeah.
You just hide there.
Yeah, just hide there. Yo, this guy hides there for like so long, like 20 minutes, bro. This guy's, oh my god, that's crazy. So basically, okay, so
So date spot is dinner.
dinner.
I'm gonna throw out another date spot. This is something that I've known about for a long time. Is a circle tour. You know, you go for a drive to like Abbotsford or Chilliwack or something, and there's or Langley.
As a first date?
Yeah. I know it might seem a little bit weird, if like trapping somebody
Like sketchy.
in a car, but then you're going to like a farm, you're going to like a dairy farm afterwards, you're going to a market, you're doing like a few different stops.
Like
like
at
a-
night or
Oh,
just
no, daytime.
Okay,
Yes.
that's different because I had an ex. So we were we had dinner and then we ended up driving around. It was like late at night because I thought, you know, he was just going to drive me home. And then he's like, do you want to go for a drive? And I was like, oh, I guess. He took me up to like North Van, West Van. And it's kind of dark up there, but it's like where all the nice houses are. And then he made some really bad jokes of like, oh, I have a shovel and rope in the back of my car. And I was like,
On the first date, he said that?
yeah.
Whoa.
And then he's like, oh, why are you so quiet? I'm like, what?
He's got game.
The Riz.
The Riz is so
Nowhere to
strong.
But yeah, that's happened. So
Wow.
during the day, that's fine. But at night on a first date, I would say
No.
So did you call it off as that?
Was there a date number 2?
there was.
So it works. It works.
It does
Wheel, shovel, and rope works.
because why it worked is because you're so curious
I
now.
was like, oh, does he really?
Or is it a mystery? There's so much underneath that shell that you're. Oh, I just want to know more.
There's so much depth to him.
Yeah, that rope. What does that mean?
No, I did tell my friends. I was like, I have Find My Friends on. So I texted my friends. I was like, hey, like, you know, watch where I am. If you don't hear from me from like, you know,
That's
Oh shit.
then like,
Yo, that's
Help.
scary. Okay, don't do that.
Yeah.
All right, don't make.
But there was date number 2, so it wasn't that scary.
okay, I think it was also because it was COVID. So there wasn't that much to do. So it was like drives and stuff like
Oh,
that.
I see.
Or like walks. That was kind of the thing.
Okay. What about you, Darius? Where do you take if you were to date someone? What's your go-to spot?
I don't go on dates.
Oh.
I can talk about my friends who've gone on dates.
Okay. All right. Let's.
I can paraphrase one of my friends' dates
All right.
that I think stood out to me a lot.
Okay.
Ooh.
But one of my friends went on a date with a guy. They had food. They went to a driving range.
Huh.
And then
Oh,
the
that's
guy decided to drive somewhere and went outside to meet up with his friends
Oh, what the?
and smoke weed with his friends while
Oh.
the girl is in the car
Yo.
What?
During a date?
during the date. And so he gets back in the car. He's, high.
Reeks.
And then they start driving around. And he mentions to her, it's like, oh, do you know what the peck dance is? It's like,
A peck dance?
well, I think first he asked, like, oh, can you do anything weird with your body? And she's like, I don't know. And he's like, oh, I can do the peck dance.
Okay.
Like, wait, pecs are up here, right? I was like,
Those are the abs.
oh, all right, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And so apparently he takes off his shirt while he's driving.
Oh,
He starts showing her, like, the peck dance. Like,
I mean, if
Yo.
your shirt's tight enough, you can see it anyways.
but, like,
But that's
It's
really
different when it's shirtless, though.
I just no.
straight right now. I didn't take it off.
It's different.
But, like, just during a date, that seems just kind of wild.
And driving.
Yo, that's crazy.
There was no second date after that, was there?
No.
Okay, good.
No, of course not. Who the heck meets up with their friends halfway through their date to get high and then come back but hey, sorry about that. Needed this.
Yeah.
That is crazy. Okay, yeah, don't do that.
Mhm.
Man. Okay, so there is no, I guess, depending on the type of date, doesn't matter where you go, I guess, besides from the movies, as long as you make that person feel comfortable and it's a safe space, you don't do no inappropriate jokes, right?
No shovels.
No shovels, no ropes,
No peck
Yeah.
dances.
no peck
Take them
dances.
to like a reasonable restaurant, like Big Way, huh?
Big Way, is that the new big spot? No pun intended. Is that the new big spot?
Don't look
Is
at
that,
me.
is that the spot for dates?
You're the Big Way.
Yeah, you know what? I think Big Way is good. You could get like a $15
Meal.
bowl or like 75. You'll see like, oh my god, why are you getting so much tofu?
So you're saying it's like a personality test. You can judge a person's personality by what they put in their bowl.
You're choosing all the heavy stuff.
Are they smart or are they like just putting a bunch of meatballs and like tofu and other frozen?
So as soon as you start putting veggies in it, you're like, that's it. Not gonna work. Vegetarian. It's not gonna work.
Oh, there's a good test.
But the thing is that when you go to Big Way though, it's so busy. So it's really hard to just sit down and have a conversation without being rushed out, right?
That's true. They do rush you.
Because the lineup is insane. Yeah, every time I go there, well, I go to the one in the Burnaby near Metrotown one.
It's always
That place is so packed.
We were at the Richmond one, and we were like pretty much rushed out too.
Yeah, it was busy.
I don't think I've ever been rushed out. I was there at 2 a.m. last night. by
No
myself.
way.
2 a.m. Yeah,
I was there by myself though.
but
Okay,
dinner
okay.
time, like 6 p.m.
Yeah, 6, 7. Like it's so packed.
Yeah.
Like it's even, it's impossible to even like have a conversation because it's so loud. You feel rushed.
Mhm.
It's not that intimate because you have like table sitting right next to you
Yeah,
and
that's
you're chatting.
But there's a thing too. Like, would you prefer hanging out or going on a date with someone where it's really noisy that you can't hear each other properly, or would you rather it be like quieter
Quieter.
and intimate?
Yeah. If it's too loud, then you can't really hear what the other person's saying, right?
But isn't there an appeal to that too? It's like, let's say you're getting drinks. Let's
Mhm.
say, I'm not saying this is a good date spot. Like, go Cactus Club or Earl's, you get happy hour drinks.
Oh, nice.
There is that appeal of like the dimly lit setting where it's kind of too loud. You kind of have to go like, huh?
Yeah,
What'd you say?
you gotta lean in a little bit.
Yeah, so that causes, like-
Oh,
Intimacy from there.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that.
Yes.
Or it sets a vibe.
Yes.
I don't like that.
No, you don't like that.
If it's too loud, you have to lean in.
Really? Wait, why?
I don't see it that way as like intimacy. I just think of like I can't hear you.
Well, I guess the added bonus of it being too loud is that it fills up any awkward moments or dull moments. The moments where you probably will be on your phone, it's filled out with the loud music and everything.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
Compared to like if you go to a quiet cafe and you're talking and then
Gets awkward.
you don't know what
Yeah.
to say. You're like twiddling your thumbs. You're like, so
But going back to about the expensive restaurant, the medium or the cheap one or whatever, if you're going to a more expensive one, the first thought for me was like, if it's expensive, it might be like quieter. It's more intimate. I feel like there's more pressure to that. And so I was like, I don't know if I'd want that as a
But the food is so good though.
but
but it's like you're trying to get to know the other person.
Yeah,
So
food can be ruined by that pressure.
That
I
is
feel
true.
like my appetite would be gone at that point. So
What about a coffee date? Would you be okay with a coffee date? That's like the lower end.
I think that's the lowest end. Oh no, other than like just going for a walk in the park.
Oh yeah, that's true. But like, because one of my friend, he said that he actually got turned down from a girl when he offered to go for coffee.
Oh.
She's like, "Oh, that's too cheap."
Oh.
Yeah, he said that to him. He's like, "Oh, it's like I only like guys who think I deserve more."
Wow. Okay, that's easy. We're
Yeah,
you
he
like,
well
very-
he checked it.
He's
Right
around.
after that he just like cut it out right away. But like
So we should be
some
thanking
people
her.
I should, but like for some girls or some guys actually think like that too, right? Where if it's too low, they're like, you don't really cherish who I am, or I'm worth more than this.
There is that stigma where it's like coffee date equates to MLM recruitment,
really?
Oh, I see.
something like that.
Wait, what recruitment? What is that?
pyramid
Market
scheme.
level.
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know that. Damn, I'm just learning new things.
Have you guys ever been?
Coffee date?
No. Have you guys ever been asked to join a MLM?
Well, I was asked by one of my friends before, who I didn't talk to for a long time. They asked me if I wanted to get a coffee. I'm like, sure. We go to Starbucks, we meet to get coffee. I sit right in front of them. They're like, oh no, sit next to me. I have someone else joining us.
All right.
I know where this is going.
Really?
Man.
Needless to say, it was about 10 minutes of some guy asking me, what are my dreams? What are my aspirations? Where do I see
Oh,
myself
shoot.
in 5 years? And then hitting me with the question like, so are you interested in joining?
What was it? Just like buying a house or?
No, I was joining Amway.
Oh, I see.
And my friend asked me afterwards, like, are you interested? I'm like, no. But the funniest thing is, a year later, she messages me again. She's like, I know you weren't interested in joining, but I was wondering if you wanted to be like a customer. And then she brought up like, oh yeah, do you play League of Legends or something? I can recommend like this thing that's good for headaches and stuff.
Yo, this girl is just hustling.
Oh, you're afraid?
I appreciate the hustle in a bad, like you're doing the bad way,
But
but
the value, she went from like, oh yeah, I can't recruit him. Might as well be a gullible customer.
dude, that's crazy. Are you still friends with this person? Yeah, dude, you cut that
On
person.
one end, yes, that's hustling. On another, that's pretty desperate, right?
I had a friend who I rarely talk, right? Back then. And one day he called me up and he's like, hey, how you doing? I'm like, oh, great. Like we used to do martial arts. And then later he said, you're a really good friend of mine. In my head, I'm like, I don't remember being good friends with you. It's like, hey, do you ever want to travel anywhere you want? I'm like, yeah, that sounds nice. And he's like, well, if you do, have you thought about doing this kind of thing and this kind of thing? And I'm like, I kind of love my job right now. I kind of don't want to do anything else. He's like, oh, but if you do want to do anything, just let me know. I'm like, okay. And then when I hanged out, I'm like, oh, I think this is like a pyramid scheme thing.
Mm.
Yeah, this is crazy. Yeah, but those are the friends that hits you up out of nowhere.
I once hit up one of my friends who I was like really good friends with in high school, and purely just because I wanted to catch up with them and see how they're doing. But I guess they thought I was trying to recruit them in pyramid.
Really?
Because they would ghost me after a while, and then I was like, why are they ghosting me? And then I hit them back with another message. I'm like, wait, did you think I'm like trying to recruit you?
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, I thought.
Oh, man.
Oh, that's not it.
I guess it's like, it's hard to know what people's are intentions of after like a long break, right? If you haven't talked to that person for a long time. Would you consider being friends with that person?
I think it depends on how much their pyramid scheme consumes their life. Right? I mean, if they're constantly hustling.
I appreciate that.
But they might not show that on the surface, too.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. That's hard to say. It doesn't bother me. I mean, if they don't constantly bug me,
you're good.
I think that's fine.
Yeah, I
You have
agree.
to check for vouchers. Check their social media, see if they're like private profile on everything. Figure out like things in their life first before you go ahead with contacting them.
But bring it back to hot places to go on dates. I think we just went through like a bunch. Like Boiling Point is one.
Oh.
Okay, they're not Boiling Point. Oh, no, Big Way. Yo, it's kind of similar.
No.
Do anyone even go to Boiling Point anymore? I feel like there's so many all you can eat or just like kind of weighing hot pot place at Boiling Point is slowly dying.
I never liked Boiling Point.
I think they closed a couple of their locations now. There's like a few left.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of those like pay by weight Molotong places.
Yeah. It's weird. Back then, they kind of had it, and then it just disappeared for a long time. And now it came back again. No, many years ago in high school, they kind of had it a little bit.
Did they?
No.
Did they? No?
No, I don't know. I can't think of any.
Boiling Point?
No, not Boiling Point. Just like pay by weight kind of food. Maybe not like hot pot, I guess.
Maybe
I don't know.
not.
Yeah.
But a lot of people are always like, why would you do pay by weight when you can do all you can eat?
I can't eat that much
All
anymore.
you need could be like 50 plus starting.
But I heard Chocho is really good.
Chocho, yeah.
Yeah, I've never been, and that's on my list. Yeah.
I mean, that would be a good first date spot. All you can eat. Then you don't have to worry about the bill, because it's already set.
Oh, that's true.
But Ricky didn't really like it.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of expensive.
Oh.
But the quality of the meat is pretty good from what I heard. It's like it's the sister shop of Dollar Shop.
Dollar Shop. I don't know.
It was cheaper than when we went to Dollar Shop, though, because I think we paid $75.
Oh.
We were together, like with my friends.
Oh.
I think we paid $75 per person, and Chocho is $50, right?
Per person.
Yeah.
It's cheaper.
It's cheaper. I think it was the lamb that we got that kind of threw you off.
Yeah.
Mm.
I had a bad meat experience there.
Yeah.
But other
Different poisoning?
No, but it was awful.
Amy or something.
Oh, shoot.
But, I don't know. I think Chocho's overrated.
I still want to go. I just want to try it once. I guess you went to it already.
Yeah.
All right. How do you like it? You like it? Oh. Okay, that's on my list. I'm still going.
Dollar Shop.
Yeah. I've never been to either.
Oh.
Yeah, it's too expensive.
But I guess we could consider, all you can eat to be like good
Good deal now?
date spot,
Oh, okay, good date.
depending on which all you can eat you go to.
Yeah. If she can eat a lot, is that a green flag?
Yeah, right.
Hell
Or you take
yeah.
your Ace, and then she only has like one plate of beef, and that's it.
I'd be pissed.
I'd be like, damn it.
Where's all this food? You'd be like, you sure you're not hungry? Or you want to eat more? Oh, man. Yeah.
But
Okay.
at least they can gauge for further dates, like how much they can eat. So maybe that is the true litmus test.
That's true. I like a girl that can eat.
Same.
Yeah. Hey, it shows that like they're I like a person who likes to eat a lot and also open-minded about trying different things.
Oh.
Because it tells me that they are very open to a lot of different things and not just be like, I only do it this way and that's it.
Okay.
Right? Because
No.
for me, it's like relationship, you know, experience new things, right? If they don't want to experience new things or they're like, I never tried it, but I don't like it. You're like, but you just said you never tried it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
If you want to bring them like, well, it's got Ukrainian food. They're like, oh, I don't want it.
Yeah.
Never
And you're like, yeah, exactly. And you're like, man.
And all they do is just eat sushi and drink bubble tea.
Right.
Yeah. And man, it's the typical things.
Or like just straight up chicken strips and that's it.
Yeah. But I think, so most important thing, hottest date in Vancouver or a hot dates. Oh, wait, sorry.
Hottest, spiciest state in Vancouver is Burnaby Mountain.
Yes. Okay. That's not Burnaby
Or I
Mountain.
guess for Richmond, yeah, Terranova.
I don't know.
There you go. Big Way.
Big Way,
All you can eat places.
Ace,
Castle
Castle Fun Park.
Castle Fun Park. That's a good place to take your date.
Not Stanley Park,
Not-
not aquarium.
Yes. Not movies. And also no weird jokes
Oh yeah, no
about
shovels.
ropes and shovels when you're driving someone at night.
And don't meet up with your friends midway through your date.
Yeah, who the hell does that? Bro, it seems like you're just not into the date if you do that. Man,
Don't
but
double book yourself.
yeah.
Clearly.
Yeah, gotta sell some grams. I'll be right back.
Yeah. But how about you let us know what's the hottest place in Vancouver to go on a date?
Yes.
Hope you like this podcast. Give us a follow, like, subscribe. All our socials and link tree below. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see everyone on the next one. Bye.
Bye.